All right, welcome back. Thanks again. So let's see, we were on this first one. So how was this first one? All right. I think everybody got this one. So how would I change this? Destructuring. Everybody do like this, right? So the whole idea of destructuring is that like we're like removing the syntax, the kind of the extra syntax, because you notice like it was kind of like repeating. And really what we want is we want the value. That's like what we're trying to extract. So that one does like that. So let's see what the next one. So this is for writing a method. So yeah, the whole thing again here is like we have this extra word function, and we kind of know it's a function because it has like the parentheses for our perimeters and the curly braces. So like whoops. So we have somebody coming in now. So for this one, we just want to remove the word function like that. So do anything with those, but yeah, so we just get back that it's a function, and it doesn't have anything inside of it. So let's see, destructuring assignment. How would you use destructuring to get these objects or these properties out of the objects? Anyone want to try this one? Shouldn't be too difficult. Select const. We get that. And then in here, just do like name, age. And the nice thing about this is, you know, we're pulling out the values. So like now, instead of having to do like user user.name like that, which should just give us the name, we can, since we have it destructured on line 3, we can just say name. So, age. So it ends up being less code, and with React, that's important because the application will just get, the more complex it gets, the bigger and bigger it gets. And so the whole idea with destructuring is like there's less on your eyes to like read and kind of like interpret what's going on in the code, which is helpful. And then destructuring for a nested object. So how about this one? So we're going to do the same thing here, right? So it's going to point to user, but then we have an object inside of an object. So I have John Doe, and then he's going to point to an object that we can then destructure like this. Those are the only two. Yep. Did anybody get anything different? Should be able to log out John Doe.
Yeah, you can use line 13 user.johndoe, not put inside. can delete join do inside of the bracket and put user.join do there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like put it inside the brackets like this.
No, the line 13. Line 13, not line 14. You can delete join do inside of the curly bracket and put user.join do. Line 13.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. So do like this user.John Doe.
No, delete there. You delete join do inside of the curly bracket.
Oh, you want me to do
There.
like this?
Yeah. And they put it equals to user.join do.
Oh, right, user.John Doe. Okay. So that's another way to do it. It should be, I'll have to look up the way that we were just trying it, but so I see what you're saying. This each email. There is another way. I'm not sure why it wasn't just working, but I'll include it in the answer sheet because we should have been able to log out kind of the other way that it was. But let's see. Source. Okay. So for this one, we just want the first three to reference the first three elements. So did you guys have one for this one? So this would be like destructuring an array instead of an object. And then so like you can use it. So really like if you wanted the first three, you could do like source square bracket 0. Let's see, somebody's coming in. So it could be like console.log source square bracket 0, right? And that would be the first one. And this would be the second one. You know, the third one would be with the number 2 in it. But with this, we can just like say A, B, C, or it could be X, Y, Z. Just run this. So those will give us. So now if I just do like A, get back 1. So that does that. And I can log out B. So that gives the second one. And then log out 3. What C, which will give 3. So hopefully that makes sense. And then like, let's say you wanted the rest of them, you can use this spread operator. And then you should be able to just log out. So you could see it. It does, there's like a method on array called slice that you can like slice parts of the array and store them in variables to use in other parts of the program. And with this, it kind of does that type of functionality, but with just this like 3 dots or rest syntax. So you can see we're missing 1, 2, and 3, and the array only has this slice being returned back. Okay, so this is called default function parameters. How this one should I do? The instruction said modify the function increment by adding default parameters so that it will add 1 to the number if value is not specified. So if somebody calls increment without a value, so it would be something like increment. So I wanted to add to the number 5. And let's say like somebody didn't give us like the value 1, like that. So we can set up a default here and say that if no argument gets passed in, then we want to just have it default to adding one. So it should be 6, yeah. And so like, if we don't have the default, I think we get a bug. So like not a number, that's like a bug. And then this is if we did pass an argument for value, we get 6. So it's just like a nice thing to do so that our function doesn't break or cause a bug, just to kind of have these defaults set up. Pass any number from number now, so it should be 11. Okay. So rest and spread. So what do we have for this one? Pretty sure it should be this, so that it takes all the arguments out here and it spreads them into the math.max function, which we probably have to log. So yeah, we get 9, which is the max number. That get an error. I just wanted to see what the type of it was, but I'm pretty sure it just inside here, what it's doing is it's taking the arguments out of the array. So that whole destructuring thing again. So it's taking it out of the array data structure and it's passing in individually in as this. And so we can test that out by just running this. So yeah, we get 9. And if we tried it as an array, I'm pretty sure we would get an error. No, not a number, a bug. And if we looked at the documentation for math.max, that function, it would tell us that it takes a set of numbers and it figures out which one is the max. It probably runs the comparison, like if else statement, if one number is, while it's kind of sorting through and figuring out which is the max number. So here we have, how do we assign and merge the two objects using the rest perimeter? So let's put these in here. Has like formatting. Got this object with lots of spaces in it. Did anybody come up with an answer for this one?
We didn't get there yet. We didn't get there.
Help me type it out. So we'll do like a console.log.
Yeah, it's about maybe assign using assign object 1, object 2, and assign.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I was hoping to do it without assign, just using the spread operator. But object assign is good. You'll see that with Redux. I know in the beginning of the Udacity one on Redux. So there's going to be a couple different curriculum partners or providers for React, but Udacity will be one, and they go over object.assign, but you can kind of just spread out the one object's properties